Hi everyone, I'm Victor from Bitrise. Let me quickly walk you through our new Alerts feature. First, a few words about how alerts can help you. With the recent Dashboards feature, you can now track all the most important metrics and KPIs you have on a single page. For most of these metrics, you probably have a target in mind where you would want to know if the metric crosses that threshold. For example, when the build time of an app's workflow goes over 15 minutes. Up until now, to know if you crossed that threshold, you had to open the related dashboard and check the metrics periodically. If you're doing this frequently, we have a good news for you. With the new Alerts feature, you can get notified without visiting the dashboards or Explore pages. You can set a target for all the metrics and charts which you can see on the Explore pages, with the same filters that you can use on the Explore and Dashboards pages. With Alerts, you can rest assured that Bitrise Insights will proactively notify you if any of your most important metrics would go over the threshold you set. So, how does it work? When you open Bitrise Insights, you start on the Overview page. You can create alerts in two different ways. One is to go to the Alerts page, which you can find on the left sidebar, or you can start with exploring any of the metrics using the Explore pages. We'll use the second one. To create an alert, you just use the Explore pages like you would usually. So let's say we want to filter down to a specific application and then also filter down to a workflow. From this page, we know that this workflow's P90 successful build time is roughly around the 8-minute mark. As this is an important workflow in our pull request process, we want to ensure that it remains under 8 minutes. So let's create an alert if it would go over 8 minutes. To do that, you can use the Create Alert button on the right side. When you use the Create Alert button on the Explore pages, you will get to the Create Alert page where all the relevant filters will be set based on which filters you had on the Explore page. So in this specific example, we were checking the workflow's top build time, 90th percentile, so that's automatically selected. And also we were checking the bullseye application and specifically the test workflow in it. On the right side, you can see a preview of the alert. The next section is where you can set the threshold. As we want to get notified when the P90, 90th percentile successful build time of this workflow would go over 8 minutes, let's set 8 minutes here. As you can see, on the right side, the summary view got updated and it shows you the recent history of this metric and also the threshold that you configured. Looking at the summary, you can see how frequently you were over the threshold and how you are trending against that threshold. Now we have both the metric on which we want to alert and also the threshold to alert against. There's only a single thing left to do, which is configuring where the alert should be delivered. First, let's give a name for our alert so we can find it later in our alerts list. The default alert delivery destination is Slack using Slack webhooks. You can find a guide under the Slack webhook URL field, which will guide you through how you can very quickly create a Slack app and generate a webhook URL. Creating a Slack webhook app is really simple. First, you have to create a Slack app. For that, you can use the button which is included in the guide. The next step is to choose how we want to configure the app. As this will be a super simple one, we can start from scratch. We just have to specify a name for the app and choose the Slack workspace where we want to receive the Slack notifications. The next step is to select the type of app that we want to create. Here, we just want to go with a very simple incoming webhooks application. Activate incoming webhooks for this app if it's not enabled yet. Now go to the bottom of the page and create the webhook URL. Here you will have to select which channel you want to deliver the messages to. That's it. We now have the application and the webhook configured. All what's left is to copy the webhook URL and paste it on Bitrise Insights. Before creating the alert, you can also test it to ensure that the message is delivered in the right Slack channel. If everything was configured correctly, this is roughly what you will see. Now go ahead and create the alert. From now on, whenever Bitrise Insights detects the metric that we configured to cross the threshold that we set, it will deliver a Slack message to us. We can check all the alerts that we previously configured using the Alerts page on the left sidebar. When we select a specific alert, we can also edit the alert, duplicate it, and delete it. Let's see an example when the alert was already triggered a few times. In that case, on the Alerts page, you will be able to review the event history from the last 30 days. If you click on any of the events, that will open the relevant page with the relevant filters and will show you what happened. As you can see, this line marks where the alert was triggered, and the time frame was automatically set so that you can check what happened before the alert was triggered and what happened after it. When you receive an alert on Slack, it will look like this. You'll also get notification when the alert is recovered, so when the metric goes below the threshold. That's it. Now you know how alerts work, and also how you can create, delete, edit, and duplicate alerts. As always, we would love to get your feedback on alerting or on anything related to Insights. For that, you can use the Give Feedback button in the bottom left corner on any of the pages of Insights. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful rest of your day.